Welcome back to another whiteboard lecture, or whatever we're calling these, I'm not sure. Today we have a question from Russell, who asks, Pat, I've seen you talking about the fundamental human movements and using kettlebells and barbells with them. Are there some body weight or advanced level calisthenics that you can do for these exercises, movements, etc.? I hope I didn't butcher your question too bad. So the thing is the fundamentals, as Dan John would say, who is where I get most of my reliable information from, are, well, fundamental. And when it comes to the fundamental human movements, it's not necessarily, a back squat or a deadlift. It's more so a knee-dominant movement, such as a squat or a hinge. So you can take any modality, you can take any piece of equipment or no equipment at all and apply it to the fundamental human movement. So let's list them out. The movements that I believe that everybody should center their strength training program around. Look at this. This is just an A+ student right here sitting close to the board. I never sat close to the board in school, and that's why I'm not very educated. All right, so we got hinge and squat. I hope you can read that. Push, pull, and then we can have a rotation. And then we can have a loco motion. I'm just going to put loco-mo. And then there's one more I like to add in there typically, and that's some sort of direct abdominal work. I do feel that that is important, so we'll put abs up here. So if we were to go through and sort of decide, all right, we're going to do a barbell-centered program or kettlebell-centered program, it's pretty easy to pick out a lot of these movements. But if we start to go just for calisthenics, then we have to get a little bit more creative. So for example, a hinge with a barbell is very easy. We got a deadlift. A squat, easy. Back squat, front squat. It's the same with kettlebells. Push, bench press, military press. Pull, weighted pull-up. Rotation could be a landmine twist. It could be a windmill. It could be a hanging windshield wiper. A locomotion could be something like a bear crawl. It could be a loaded carry. And in direct abs, you know I love those hanging leg raises. So we want to build a calisthenics program around this. Now here's a couple things. I mean, obviously for a push we can do a push-up, but if we want to get stronger, we're going to have to find eventually some more difficult or creative variations that are going to keep challenging us. What I mean by that is typically when we're working with either kettlebells or barbells or dumbbells, I'm having most of the people who are following my programs operate with a weight that is between their 5 to 7 rep max. Chances are you can probably do more than 5 to 7 push-ups. So what do? Let's first outline some movements that we can do for just a bodyweight only program. You're going to have to look some of these up because I can't demonstrate them now. I'm in my house. Maybe I can do a few. We'll see how it goes. Hinge. I like the harrop curl. The harrop curl is where you literally lock your legs into a bench and perform a hinge from there. Just look it up on my YouTube channel. I have it. Other possibilities for here is any sort of bridging. Now, the problem with bridging is, again, we have to sort of find a way to make that more difficult. And there are ways to do that, but I think for a really good way to strengthen that posterior chain and to really get that hinge movement with just your body weight is this harrop curl. It's a very cool, very difficult movement. I can't even do a full one yet. Squat. Pistol squat is going to be a good challenge for most people as far as knee-dominant exercises go. Push, we can start to get into one-arm push-ups. So this is a strength-based routine. The push-up is a great movement, and for a lot of people, just a basic push-up is a strength-building movement. But it's pretty easy to build that, to get the push-up strength very quickly. So we're really going to want to spend more time with one-arm push-ups and one-arm push-up variations if we really want to get strong in that pushing domain. Pull, we're looking at pull-up, or super advanced one-arm chins. So here's the thing with one-arm chins. I talk about this a lot. Is even if you get strong enough for the one-arm chin right away, chances are your joints do not. So one-arm chin up practice, and I'll do a separate video on this. There's a very meticulous way that you should go about that without destroying your joints. You can do it without disintegrating your elbow. But you should be very, very careful about how you go and do that. So really spend your time with the pull-ups first. Rotation, we're going to go windshield wiper. All of these movements are on my YouTube channel. You can find them, no problem. Locomotion, let's go bear crawl. Again, all on, I don't even know why, this isn't even legible at all. Anyways, so we have Harrop curl, pistol squat, one arm push-up, pull up, windshield wiper, I can't even read my own writing, bear crawl, hanging leg raise. This right here, this would be a wonderful, wonderful strength building, calisthenics based bodyweight only program. This is all you need. This will build you tremendous fundamental strength, and you can really work these variations for a long while and get a lot out of them. Now, how do you work it? You work it in the same minimalistic fashion. You can do all of them every day, and you can do them in low rep, high quality sets. So you can go simple 1, 2, 3, which is my favorite. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So 2 1 to 3 ladders of each movement every day. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 on the Harrop curl, the pistol, one arm push up, pull up, windshield wiper, bear crawl, and hanging leg raise. How do you do it on a bear crawl? That's going to be for different distance. It's going to be a little different. So you would select the distance like 50 meters, etc., and just do a few rounds of that. You don't have to be too structured about that. Just practicing that contralateral pattern is what's most important about the bear crawl. So really, if you did that, 2 ladders, 1, 2, 3, through each of these movements, 4 to 5 days a week, you are going to get very, very strong in all of these fundamental human movement patterns in a very short amount of time. And what's cool about calisthenics is even these more difficult calisthenics variations is the body tends to, at least in my experience working with my clients, to recover from them a lot more quickly than it does, say, from super heavy back squats, because you don't have a super heavy load sitting directly on the stanchion of your skeleton, which really freaks out your central nervous system. These movements are high resistance. They will make you very strong, and you tend to recover from them a lot quicker than you would if you're doing a weightlifting sort of program. When I say weightlifting, I mean literally kettlebells or barbells. So I hope this gives you a good idea of how you can really center a minimalistic strength training program simply around calisthenics or bodyweight only exercises. If you have any questions on this, if I skipped over anything, just drop them in the comments below. I'd be happy to answer them for you. It is now time for my supper, and I will talk to you tomorrow.